Hello, Gemini. Thank you for joining me for your mid-month tarot reading. This reading will be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for mid-month November 2024. For the next 2 weeks, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, please. Mid-month November 2024. 7 of Cups. This is Scorpio energy. And the 6 of Wands. Taurus just got this card. Okay, so the 7 of Cups, lots of options. Being emotionally confused. This is contradicting. Some of you guys are like confused about what to do next in the situation. So there's a confusion between what you're passionate about and what you need emotionally. This could be a career situation. So there could be some confusion about a career path for some reason. Whether you're not passionate about it as much as you used to be, you're confused about whether or not you should go in a different direction, you should pivot, change careers, change. For example, if you are a doctor, what if you want to be a lawyer, or if you want to have your own practice, you want to keep working in the hospital system, or if you're in the entertainment industry, do you want to pivot and do something different? Like, there's a confusion between, you have lots of different gifts and lots of different passions. You could be making some changes in your career. I'm getting career. Even though water is like emotions and relationships, for some reason I'm getting career. We'll find out why. Or for a relationship, this could be like being confused about choosing someone who fulfills you emotionally versus someone who fulfills you sexually. We'll see. There's 2 options here at the very least. 2 paths, 2 options. One that is emotionally fulfilling for you, but one that you're not passionate about, which is strange. And one that could be you could be passionate about, but it could be stressful. The job could be very stressful, and there's risk involved. Spirit guides, energies for Gemini, please, for mid-month November 2024. Gemini, mid-month November 2024. The sun is in your 6th house of work, health, habits, and routines. New moon in the 12th house. Full moon in the 12th house, sorry. Dealing with the subconscious, memories, experiences, the past. This could also be the healthcare field. Okay, thank you. 10 of Swords. Choice between 2 options. King of Cups. Ending a relationship or ending some sort of emotional connection to a situation. Or ending it. Okay. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah. And the 9 of Swords. You're torn between 2 choices. Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, and your sun sign, 5 of Cups. So this could be both emotional and career-wise. 10 of Swords represents like cutting someone off completely. Like no communication, no thinking about them. The end of a relationship with King of Cups, water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is Scorpio energy though. 2 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. Now what do I do next? We're not talking anymore. We broke up, or I left this job. This is a conflict between the head and the heart. Or you're processing the end of a relationship. 10 of Swords. And what to do next. But you go from 10 to 9. You could have made a decision and you could be regretting that decision or thinking about going back to someone. Mercury's going retrograde in Sagittarius in a couple of weeks, so that would make sense. You could be reminiscing about an ex-lover or someone from your past and whether or not you should go back to this person. Someone you was passionate about sexually or emotionally, but something was missing. Either the emotional side was missing or the sexual side was missing. You weren't getting both from this person. So, or the situation could be a career also. But since Mercury's going retrograde in your 7th house of relationships, Jupiter is there. This could be a career, a relationship, and or career. Or there could be a connection with the two. Some sort of correlation between your career advancement and your relationships. Or the state of your career and the state of your relationships. Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Cups. Contradictions. Yeah, you're conflicted. You're conflicted, Gemini. Which makes sense. You are a dualistic sign, just like Libra. You're conflicted. 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. 9 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. Is this conflict here? So you may remain stagnant. 7 of Cups, because you don't know exactly what you want. Either in a relationship or in a career or both. You don't know what you want yet. There are 2 options that have equal value in some way. But you are trying to turn the tide in your favor with the 5 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. But you're afraid of regretting a decision you've made. Like, okay, suppose you are working at a job and you decide to move on to a new career or profession. You are afraid of regretting leaving your job for this new opportunity. Or suppose you are dating someone, you break up with them, you may regret breaking up with them in the future. You're afraid of that. Like, you're afraid of making a decision. Neptune is still making a square to your sun sign, moon sign, or ascendant sign, especially if you're a 3rd decan Gemini. If you're born at the end of June, not the end of June, I'm sorry, from the beginning of June to like mid-June, June 22nd, that's the 3rd decan of Gemini, the last 10 days of Gemini. You could be feeling the effects of Neptune and Jupiter. So it's like contradictions. Saturn is making a square with Jupiter. If I want one thing, I have to make a sacrifice. I have to sacrifice something else. So you may have to make a sacrifice that you're not prepared to for whatever you want. So it's like sacrificing one career to go to another career. The first career you may have made more money, but you're not happy in this environment because it's stressful. The other career path is less stressful, but it's also less money, right? 2 Pentacles. Or relationship. You could be dating 2 people. One person, they fulfill you emotionally, but not sexually. The other person fulfills you sexually, but not emotionally. Something like that. There's like a conflict or contradiction here. Having to choose between 2 equal options that have there's value in both, but you don't want to choose. You want both. You want the career that pays well and is not as stressful, or you want a relationship that is emotionally and sexually fulfilling. Not one or the other. There's something missing though. That's why you can't make a choice. Clarify the 10 of Swords and the King of Cups, please. You could have broken up with somebody from the past and you could be like trying to reconcile with them. You go from the 10 to the 9. Did I make the right choice? 2 Pentacles. You're not sure. You may circle the block during the retrograde. 2 of Wands. 3 of Cups. You may circle the block. 9 of Wands. Sag energy. The retrograde, is in Sagittarius later this month. You may end up circling the block to go back to an ex or an old job, profession, or something like that. How about a 2 of Pentacles and a Knight of Swords, please? 9 of Swords. 2 of Pentacles and a 9 of Swords. 2 of Pentacles and a 9 of Swords, please. For Gemini. The World card. See? Page of Pentacles reverse and the 7 of Swords reverse. Right. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. You could have done something to justify your decision. You could have maybe lied to yourself or lied to this person about why you were doing what you were doing, and now that the decision has been made, you kind of want to go back and reconsider, with the World card being here. How do you go from the World to the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords reverse and the Nine of Swords? That doesn't make any sense. The World means you've let go of something. There's nothing left to deal with. There's nothing left to negotiate, to think about, to ruminate over, to consider, to nothing. It's done. But you're not done. You may have said you were done. You may have thought you were done, but you're not done yet. This energy feels very ungrounded for some reason. I feel like I don't know what's going on right now. Like everything's up in the air. Nothing is stable. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense, except the only thing that makes sense is that nothing makes sense. That's what I'm getting. The only thing that makes sense is that nothing makes sense. You have Saturn in Pisces, conjunct Neptune in Pisces, square Jupiter in Gemini. So you have all this like T-square. Because your sun is in Gemini, Pisces, Sag. Not a T-square, it's a square. But when the sun goes into Sag, with Mercury going into Sag as well, that's a T-square that's being formed. It's a lot of tension and friction. And a sacrifice has to be made, and you're not really ready to do that. These are all mutable energies too. So there's a lot of confusion here. Nine of Swords, Gemini, Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy. We have the Ten of Swords, more mutable energy. King of Cups is like, this is fixed water potentially, but it could also be Cancer energy, but this is like Scorpio. This is emotional stuff. I don't see the King of Swords here. I don't see the Knight of Swords. You're too emotional, which is not normal for you, Gemini. What? I can't say that. You're in your feelings more than normal. Which is why you're confused. Like, you're not used to being in the space of being in your feelings all the time. You're used to making rational decisions based on what you need or what's expedient at the moment. Nothing makes sense to you right now. Nothing makes sense. So I would wait until the end of the summer to make any sort of significant decisions, because Mercury is your ruling planet and it's going to be in debilitation, square or opposing Jupiter in its fall. So they're both going to be like making things more confusing. Don't make any permanent decisions for the rest of the year. Wait until January to make sound decisions. You know, this is whether your relationships or your career. Don't make any final decisions. Wait. Because it's confusing energy here. It's contradictions. You got to find some sort of middle ground. Where's Virgo? You need Virgo support. Knight of Pentacles. I knew that. This is Virgo reversed. You need that Virgo support, because Virgo, they can clear through all the muck. Virgos clear through all the muck and the confusion. Six of Wands reversed and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you don't know what you don't. I mentioned you don't feel grounded. Nothing makes sense here. That's why Virgo's reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Nothing is stable or grounded or practical. Don't make any decisions until the end of January if you can. Don't get a divorce. Don't, unless it's like a really dire situation. It's really dangerous. But, you know, don't quit your job. Like, don't move. Don't do anything unless you really have to. Like, it's an emergency. I would wait, because you don't know what's going on right now. There's too much confusion. You're finding out new things that's like changing the situation that you're involved in. Like, it's too much confusion here. You don't know what's going on. So don't make any sudden moves. Don't end any relationships. Don't start a new job. Just wait if you can. Only do these things in an emergency. If you gotta move because of an abusive situation or because of a fire or whatever, I don't know. That's different. But if it's not that, if the situation is not dire, just hold out until the end of the year. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. I had to answer the door. Where was I? So yeah, you're confused about what's going on. Spirit guides, Gemini energy for mid-month November 2024. There is the full moon in your 12th house of the subconscious. That's like triggering some memories, some emotions, some thoughts, dreams, secrets being revealed, secrets being illuminated. And these secrets like change your perspective about certain things. I don't know, everything is not what it seems, and what you thought was reality or what you thought was real, it's not, and now you're confused about how to proceed and move forward. Okay, spirit guides, energy for Gemini mid-month. Energy for Gemini mid-month, November 2024. Despondence did just come out, and despondence does indicate like a sense of malaise or indolence, and also confusion, not having enough energy or information to make a soulmate. Interesting. Yeah, soulmate. Prayer, 12th house energy. And now what house would represent, what sign represents a soulmate? I mean, that would be Venus, I guess, Jupiter for women, Venus for men. Prayer is also Jupiter energy, soulmate, praying for a soulmate, praying for... Okay, so here's what could be happening. Wisdom. You guys could be in a quandary with a relationship partner. You could be contemplating leaving one person for another. There could be two different people you're interested in. And again, I mentioned the passion versus emotional connection, or emotional connection versus passion. Which one do you choose? You don't know which one is which. You don't know if you should choose. You don't know who to choose. There's two choices here. You see two heads. Two choices. Two paths. That is a part of the issue here. The fact that you got to make a sacrifice, and I don't think you want to, or you don't know what to sacrifice, because you value what these people or these situations bring to the table. If it's a career situation, again, one job may pay you more money, but it's more stressful. The other job may pay you less money, but it's less stressful. But you'll be stressed out because bills gotta get paid, and you may have less money to do that. So you have to choose between two options with the Saturn Jupiter square. There's a conflict or a sacrifice that must be made in order for you to get what you want. But you have to use the energy of Virgo, which is the midpoint of Gemini and Pisces. Midpoint is Virgo. And Virgo is about seeing things the way they are, being practical about it, and making sacrifices, and having the humility to say, I can't get everything I want. But you have to wait until the end of the year. Don't make any sudden moves, any decisions. Saturn just went direct. So yeah, wait until January to make any decisions about your career, your relationships, because it's kind of confusing. You don't know what to do. You're in the dark here about something significant. Okay, spirit guides, information for Gemini for the mid-month November 2024. The Sun card. Sun. The Sun represents our ego, our identity, what we desire. There could be a conflict between what we need and what we desire. Our emotional needs and our egotistical desires. So, for example, again, one career path may be more glamorous and pay you more money, but it's stressful. The other career path may be less glamorous and pay less money, but it's less stressful. So what are you identifying with? Who are you? That's why there's confusion here, because you don't know who you are. And because you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want. Definitively. Spirit guide information for Gemini for mid-month November 2024. Info for Gemini mid-month November 2024. Please, thank you. Leo energy, Sun in Leo. Taurus had this too. Leo is about creativity, self-expression, love, fun, joy. This is also psychology. The Sun in the 5th house. Sun in Leo. Leo is your 3rd house of thinking and communication. You're trying to learn yourself or understand yourself better. The full moon in the 12th house, the subconscious is illuminated, becoming aware of your subconscious or hidden motivations. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you in this relationship? Why did you choose this career path? Is it alignment with your solar plexus or your true identity? This is like creativity, yellow energy. This is root chakra, red, yellow, solar plexus, which deals with the creative sector, our creative energy, our confidence in ourselves, our inner child as well. Feeding your inner child, that could be an issue here. You could become aware of some childhood trauma that has influenced or affected your decisions in relationships. So, yeah, there's some contradictions in your personality because of some childhood issues. Who are you really? And what do you really want? Spirit guides, energies for Gemini, please, for the month of November 2024, mid-month November 2024. The 2nd house, self-esteem, what we value, what we own. This is Taurus energy. The 2nd house, it's in your 12th house. So the 2nd house, that would be a Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. You guys could be Cancer, Rising, Gemini, Sun. That will put the Sun in the 12th house, which is again the subconscious. And if you are Cancer rising, then the new moon will be in your 11th house of friendships, group associations, networks, wishful thinking, opposing the 5th house of creativity, fun, love, soulmate energy, children. So it appears as if this confusion is caused by the fact that you don't know what your values are. So you don't know what to value. Because you don't know what your values are, you don't know who to value. Do you value passion over emotional support and love and nurturing, or vice versa? Do you value money over peace of mind? And why is that, if that's the case? Do you love yourself? Sun in Leo. 2nd house. The 2nd house is also self-esteem, because this is square here actually, because the 2nd house is Taurus. The Sun in Leo is Leo, which is 4 signs away. So this is a square, the conflict between your wants and your needs in some way, your values, and your identity. What you value may be clashing with your identity. That's why you're confused. So you may value money for the sake of like security or status, something like that. But that's not who you truly are, though. There's something missing here. And your relationships may be a reflection of this like inner turmoil. So you could meet 2 different people who satisfy 2 different aspects of your personality or your identity. And it's a conflict. It's a square. It's a clash. And so now, in order to like mitigate all this confusion, you have to find out who you really are as a person, and what your values are, and why they're your values, and what memories or experiences that you've kind of put in the recesses of your mind and your subconscious that have influenced your values, and also the way that you express yourself and your emotional needs, your identity. What do you identify with, and why do you identify with these things? How are you feeding yourself? is what you're doing nourishing you in any way? If it's not, then again, that's something you have to contend with. Okay, Gemini, thank you for listening. If you want to order a personal reading, the link's in the description box. I look forward to reading your feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.